Hello and welcome to Die Rolling. I'm Adam.
And I'm Seos.
You're getting so much better at doing that. Like, I don't have to wait for a few minutes for you to realise there's a gap for you to put your kind of name in there.
I'm a quick learner.
Well, there we go. So this is actually our 16th take. But hey, you wouldn't know that. So what are we doing tonight, Seos?
We are playing Dice Hospital.
Dice Hospital? Can't you?
No.
Say it again.
Dice Hospital.
Oh.
Too many S's.
Yeah. Dice Hospital.
Wow, you're just showing me off now.
So Dice Hospital is a worker placement game for 1 to 4 players, I believe. And you're basically moving people around your hospital and doing stuff. But we will get straight into the gameplay, and you can let us know where we go wrong, because we probably will. And yeah, we'll see you after we played. So I have just set up Dice Hospital, and this is our second attempt at filming this, because the first time we did it, we kind of didn't really explain what we're doing, which kind of, I don't know, it's kind of against the point of doing a gameplay video, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
We
were just quite into the game, which is
pretty much
a good sign.
Cool. So, Dice Hospital. Do you want to explain what we do, or do we want to take it as we go?
Up to you. I guess we can explain. I guess we're trying to discharge dice from our hospital by increasing their value from whatever they come in at to 7 basically.
7 plus, anything above 7, yeah.
Yeah. And that's essentially how we play it. And then we do that, we can add on to what we're doing by adding extra departments and adding specialists, which would allow us to take an extra turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Well, you can go home then, Adam.
Good, I'm already here. So yeah, we'll take you through each round when we get to them, and we'll explain in a bit more detail what we're doing. But once we've done probably the first round, it'll probably be a bit quicker. So if you've played this game before and you just want to know what we think about it, just skip to the very end. If you've never played this game before, then yeah, just pay attention. And you can tell us when we go wrong, of course.
Of course.
Which will probably happen. So this is only the second time that we've played this 2-player, and also only the second time we played this with events and with administrators. I was going to say specialists. So we begin the game with 2 specialists to choose.
Oh.
I'm going to grab this guy. So I got Alexander Fleming. I kind of feel like that's a person. Alexander Fleming.
Is Fleming not the guy who did the Philosopher's Stone? Is that not him?
No, that was Nicholas Flamel or something like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fleming was Bond, but I don't think his first name was Alexander.
What was it?
Ian? I don't know what his name was. It's been a while. Anyway, I have Alexander Fleming, who, this symbol here basically means that I can have one of my green patients won't be neglected.
Oh, that's
what that
nice.
symbol means, yeah.
I'm not too sure about which one I'll go for. So I've got one. This woman means that I get an extra point if I discharge 2 reds in a round, but this guy means I get an extra point if I discharge 3 of different colours.
I think 1 of every type, maybe?
1 of every type, yeah. I feel like that'll be harder to achieve on multiple occasions. I guess I'll go for her.
Okay.
We'll see. I'm sure I'm going to live to regret this decision.
Now, we tried to make this look as interesting as possible for everyone looking through the camera at the top here. Hopefully, you'll see us in the bottom right-hand corner or somewhere on here. But there's not much...
the camera's probably stopped recording already, right?
But there's not much space on the actual... on the kind of screen to put us, I guess. So it'll be interesting what we do. But yeah, so... I can't remember what my point was there. But
I don't. Did you have one?
I don't think so. The first player is the person who was last in a hospital. So that will be you.
It's always me.
So if you'd like to get out 9 dice.
9 dice.
And you'll be rolling these.
1, 2,
and 1s and
3,
6s
4,
you
5,
re-roll.
6, 7, 8. Oh, I accidentally looked in there. So 1, 6. 1, 6.
Okay, cool. So now what Josephine has to do is she has to place the dice from lowest to highest.
So the
on the ambulances.
together, and I also need to prevent myself from rolling them accidentally, which I frequently do because I'm clumsy. There we go.
Okay, and then if you'd just like to get the improvements, and as you're the first player at the moment, you get to choose either 2 specialists or 2 departments, and then one of the other that you didn't pick.
I'm going to go for 1 department.
Just put it down here, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, just put it down here.
Okay, 1 ENT and 2 specialists.
Okay, so we have a general practitioner who, if we heal any dice, then any one that's a value of 4 to 6, we can increase by 1. And the urologist, if you heal a yellow, you can heal another yellow.
Okay.
And then the ear, nose, and throat, you can increase the value of a green by 3. So before we choose which improvement we want, we only get to pick one of these. Seos, as the first player, you get to choose which one of these ambulances you want to have. Now, if Seos picks the one with the sickest patients, so they're the ones with the lowest numbers on here, then she'll get the first player token. She'll also get a blood bag token, and these enable you to adjust the value of one of your patients by 1. It also allows you to change the colour of one of your patients for an entire round, and you can also use it as a victory point at the end of the game.
Yeah. And as first player as well, you get first choice over whether you pick the department or either of the specialists. And I don't know what to do really already. Already in bad position. I'm just gonna go for the easy one.
Okay. Right. So in that case, I'm gonna go for the medium one. Because I've got the medium one.
I made that easy for you, didn't I?
I basically get to be the first to pick. So let's just put a patient intake. So we put all these guys in here. And now we're on the improvement phase. The improvement phase is where you pick one of these things.
I'll give you your little medical bag and your blood bag.
My blood bag, nice. So I'm going to grab that general practitioner because he sounds pretty cool. So I get a blue nurse or a blue doctor, meeple, and then it's your turn.
I am going to go for the urologist, and I'll place her here.
Okay. Right, so we should also have an event happening. So each player must put aside 1 special unit which cannot be used this round.
But we don't have any specialist.
This is specialists.
Oh, sorry.
The guys we've just got.
I thought you said unit.
Can't
never mind.
use.
Okie doke.
I think I did say unit, but
never mind.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is now the activation. This is the main part of the game. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving our various different meeples onto the stations we want to go there. So if we were to move into the pharmacy, for instance, we could increase the dice value of 1 green by 1, red by 1, yellow by 1. And then we've got a clinic, an imaging, and an intensive care. And you can move one of your guys in there to increase the value of whichever these are by 1. You can't have more than 1 worker in the same location either. So Seos, do you want to just choose what you're going to do first?
Yeah, so first I am going to go to the critical care unit. I'm going to increase this 5 to a 6. I'm then going to send one of my other nurses here where I can upgrade either a 5 or a 6, and I'm going to then discharge this patient.
Okay.
Actually, I shouldn't do that. Sorry, do you mind if I change that?
No, it's fine, you carry on.
Sorry, I suffer
So what's your reasoning behind not discharging patients? Because surely you want to get them all out.
Well, because of my administrator, I feel like I should wait until I have two red patients to go out at once. And this one is quite a long way off being discharged, so I'm going to try and get someone else out. So because I've already moved her there, I'm going to pick one of these yellow dice and increase... Oh, no, I'm going to increase my 4 to a 5. And then for my final action, I'm going to go to the pharmacy and increase, because it's a green dice, I'm going to increase my 5 to a 6.
Okay. So I'm going to send one person over to the critical care unit to increase this 5 to a 6. I'm going to send someone over to the imaging unit to get this 4 to be a 5. And then I'm going to be sending my last person off to the clinic to make that 5 into a 6. So now we go to the neglect phase. So anyone we haven't treated, they're left out in the halls and they're just
they're on stretchers, not being looked after.
So we have to reduce the value of each of these patients by 1. And if they're at 1 and we reduce it by 1, what happens, Seos?
They die.
They die and you get a mortuary token, which you don't want to get. So put everybody down by one.
So remind me, you're administrator. It means that you don't neglect.
Yes,
Is that
so
right?
I get to choose one green dice.
Yeah.
And I don't have to neglect it.
Okay.
So I won't be neglecting that green, but everything else goes down by
So
one.
I'm moving this 5 to a 4. 3, 2, 5 to a 4. Okay.
Okay. And now we would go to any discharge patients, but there's no one to discharge, and that's how you score your victory points. Now, one thing you do want to do when you do this game is try to get a bunch of people discharged exactly at the same time, because you get more points the more people you discharge in a round. So no one to discharge, so it goes on to shift change. At shift change, this gets discarded, our event, that's gone, and we move everybody, all the patients back into the halls, all of our staff back into the nurses station, all their specialist cards, and our ambulances go back into the middle. Could you give me two units and one specialist, please? Okay. So I have to roll these. Any 1s or 6s I have to re-roll.
It just wants to be a 6.
Really did, didn't it? Okay. Okay, and let's see what our event is this round. Each lowest scoring player must take a die of the lowest value in their ward and heal it by 3 steps. Well, that's fine because we're both the lowest scoring players, so we both get to increase one of our guys by 3 steps.
Okay.
Right?
What, immediately or at the end of this round?
Now, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You just cheating looking.
No, I was
one.
just saying there's a dice value on there, and I wasn't sure whether that was like, oh, for 3 players or something, but I think they all have that 3 value on. I'll just have a double check.
Do you want me to take the rules?
The rules?
The rules.
Yeah, they've all got 3s on, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay, so we shouldn't have had one for the first round. Thanks for letting me know that. Okay, right. So it's before patient intake, we should do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, so
we can increase
one of these by 3.
Okay. I'm going to go 3 to 5 or 2 to 5 then. If I can find the 5.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
So, as first player last time, I get to choose which ambulance I'm going for, and I'm going to go for the middle ambulance.
Oh, that's just a bit cruel, Adam. I am going to go for the lowest ambulance. Sorry, I picked them up.
There you go.
Thank you. Right, and then I am going to go for cardiology. Well, were you going for the...
I was 100%
Oh
going for
my
that.
goodness, I didn't see how many yellow...
So I got all the yellow this time because I can basically improve 3 yellows of the same value. So that's why I chose that. And the surgeon, we wave goodbye to him.
I picked cardiology because I currently have a 5 and 6, and that I'm hoping I'll be able to increase to a 4. So I should be able to use that this turn.
Yeah, so you can basically improve 3 dice in a row value wise. I don't think I explained that well enough, but yeah. Cool, let's go for it then. So it's, we've done the improvement, it's now the activation, so we should all do stuff. So ladies first. Okay,
well I'm going to use my blood bag first off.
Okay. To the vampires.
Increase this 2 to a 3. I am going to then move this person right here to critical care unit and increase the 3 to a 4. Then I'm going to move this nurse to cardiology, where I move my 4, 5 and 6, and I move that to a 5. My 6 gets discharge. My 5 moves to a 6. And then I'm going to I'm going to move my urologist to oncology, to move my 5 to a 6 and my 4 to a 5 because she increases 2 yellows at the same time. And then for my final action, I am going to go to the clinic. Oh no, I'm not. No, sorry, I'm going to go to the pharmacy and I'm going to discharge this green dice.
You sure you want to do that?
I'm pretty sure. Why?
Okay, cool.
Why? Hey,
right.
Why?
Well, if you had instead moved that guy not to the green, but to this one over here, the clinic, you could have got the 6 out instead and got an additional victory point by taking 2 reds out at the same time.
Oh, I'm aware of that, but I chose not to.
She chose not to. Amazing. Okay, cool. Right, so first person I'm sending is... I'm going to send my general practitioner over to red to make this 6 into a 7. He gets to increase the value of a 4 to 6 by 1, so he's going to increase this as well. I'm then going to send one of my nurses off to the renal medicine. So I've got 3 3s, so I'm going to increase these to 4 each.
You've got 4 3s.
I do, but the 3 3s I was talking, I'm going to move them over here so we can see what they are. Cool, so there's that. I'm then going to send one guy to imaging, which will make that a 5. And why not send one guy to the pharmacy to discharge that person as well.
Man, you did well there.
You did well. So we've done, we now do the neglect phase. So anybody who is currently in our halls is neglected, and shows, I feel like you might have some very dodgy people there.
We'll see.
You've got two patients that are 1 there. Okay, and now it's discharge. So starting with you, Seos, you had 2 discharge, so you get 3 points, and you are the blue.
Blue, 3.
I discharged 3, so I get 5 points. We get rid of this, get rid of these guys, and we're do the shift change now, so everyone goes back to where they started. And this is what you do for 8 rounds. We're now on round 3.
Okie dokie.
And before we get to the patient intake, we have to get an event card out, so would you mind?
Each green patient discharges round scores an additional 1 point.
And if you would like to do the honours of the dice, as you are the first player.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Was that exactly 9?
No, so lost. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Do you know what? I'm just going to reshuffle them because I didn't shuffle them as they were coming out.
Shuffle. Okay. Probably can't see that off camera at the moment because they're just down here.
Oh,
but,
sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Seos is having to re-roll anything that is a 1 or a 6.
Yeah.
So go for it, Seos. Place them down.
2, 2, 2, 3, 3.
Okay, and as last, and if you get the improvements out as well.
So I'm going to go for 1 yellow, or 1 unit, and 2 people.
Do you pass me the rules quickly? Just want to double check we're doing the improvements right, because it might be after the fact you've chosen which.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just having a think because it seems strange that. Yeah, so whoever picks this, the first play, then we draw these out. So we shouldn't have been doing that until we got to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to reshuffle?
It's fine.
I don't mind.
I know. I'm happy with those.
I'm more than happy to reshuffle.
It's your turn then. So, what are you going to pick?
I am going to pick.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
Everardo, number 2.
I'm going to have to play it safe and get these guys. Which means you get another bloodbath token.
I'm gonna need it.
Right, so you now get to choose an improvement.
I think for the moment I need the paramedic.
Okay, I'm going to go for the... Well, part of me thinks about getting the renal medicine again because I've got so many yellows here.
But then you might not have that many yellows next turn.
True.
Oh, he's going for it. Man.
I'm
Let's hope
specialising
you don't
in
get a
renal
load
medicine.
Can I have a blue meeple, please?
You can indeed.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Right, ladies first, after you, do what you're going to do for your turn. So if you were playing this at home, then you would basically just... Everyone does this action at the same time. But for the purposes of filming this, we thought we would just go through it one at a time here. Struggling there, Seos.
I realised that I did something stupid in not picking up any red dice for this intake because I now can't use my cardiology wing. But never mind, live and learn, right? I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to move going to the clinic. I'm moving this to a discharge unit. And then I'm also going to increase the 5 to a 6. I am then going to use my paramedic in intensive care to try and revive these two. So this one, they both go to a 2.
No, the other one will go to a 3 because
oh,
it had
yes.
2 to it.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Then I am going to go to the critical care unit and increase this 5 to a 6. I need more specialists.
Is it always the way?
I know. Well, I also need more units so I can use my people, but never mind. I guess I'll just try not to let anyone die.
Always a good tactic.
So my pharmacist is going to move one of these 3s to a 4. And then my last person is going to go to oncology. No, I'm going to go to imaging. Move my 3 to a 4 here.
Okay.
Okey-doke.
So I'm sending one of my guys to the imaging, which will change this value to a 5. I'm then sending this guy to renal, which will change these 3 5s to 6s. It's tricky to find the 6s. This nurse is going to go there, which discharges all 3 of those guys.
Oh, nice.
One go. And then I'm going to move into here for oncology to move that to a 3. And I get to improve one that's 4 to 6 by 1 value. So I'm going to improve a green by 6.
Okay.
Okay, so now we go to the neglect phase. This green won't be neglected because of my specialist, but the yellows all go to a 3.
Shift change?
Shift change. No, it's discharge.
Oh, sorry.
So you discharge 1 person, so you get 1 point.
And I'm blue, aren't I?
Blue. I discharge 3, so another 5 points for me.
Well.
Rhymed. Now I shift change.
And none of us discharged the green patient, did we?
No, none of us did.
Oh, man.
Could you put those back in the bag? And these guys. Boop.
Am I still first player?
Yeah. But first we'll get rid of this. And we'll get another one out. Each player must put aside one nurse which cannot be used this round. So that's one of your white characters.
Oh, sorry, I didn't put them back where they need
Oh, it's
to
a
be.
shift change. You
know,
can't leave them in there.
They're just they're too dedicated to their job.
We're on round 4 now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Need more yellow shows for my hospital.
Well,
He's not very well. He's better than he thought he was.
okay.
Okay, so yeah, place all them in there, and then after intake, we then. So they're a green or a green?
I know, right?
Ugh. Okay, so choose which one you want to take. Oh, I'll grab this one then. So I get the first player, one of those. Can you get 2 specialists and a location, please? Also, your dice needs to have been discharged.
Cross center, virologist, and a GP.
I'll grab the GP.
Oh, playing a long game, eh? No, it's a nurse is gone this round, isn't it?
Yes, a white nurse.
Ugh, doesn't matter. It's too late. I've picked it up.
So the virus is gone. They've even got a green character ready for you, but okay. So after you,
I'm clearly not planning on winning this game. So let's see, what can we do here? So first off, I'm going to send one of my nurses to the cross center. This 2 is going to be increased to a 6. Okay. Next thing, this other nurse is going to go here and make that a 6. Then I'm going to can't do it, Adam.
No?
Just can't do it.
Ugh.
I know, right? Oh, maybe I can. Never mind. Sorry. Never mind me. No, I can't. Right. I'm going to move my.
What do you? What can't?
Oh
what can't
my
you do?
god! I just didn't see that. Never mind. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna move my urologist here, and I'm going to discharge these 2 patients, and then I'm going to go to cardiology with my paramedic. This one gets discharged. This one moves to a 6, and this one moves to a 5. And then everyone else gets neglected.
Okay,
We're
so
low on numbers, Adam.
I moved my GP over there.
Short-staffed.
It's just how it is. Move my other GP over there.
It's just beautiful to watch you work.
It's all these lovely GPs I have. Okay, cool.
Oh wait, did I increase my I didn't increase my...
Go for it.
Is that alright?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, I did forget about that. I didn't do that, did I?
I don't think so.
Not that it matters.
Okay, so okay, so then we do discharge. So you got 3, which is 5 points.
Up to 9. How many did you get? 2.
0.
Oh, sorry.
Not discharged, a single being. So now we should have done neglect first, sorry. So we reduced, I'm going to leave that to, actually I'm going to leave the 6 as a 6, so that he's going down by 1. He's going by 3. And he's going to 3. And now shift change. So you get your nurse back. Grab the bag, please. Cool. Before intake, we get each player loses 1 point now for each mortuary token you have.
Another single person
I
there.
wasn't even thinking of mortuary. I'm so lucky. I wasn't even looking there. If you go to intake and you don't have a room in your hospital, one of your patients in your hospital is going to die. So that's not good. Okay, so I got lots of 1s and 6s here. Okay, cool. So okay, and I'm the first player, so I'm going to grab number 2.
Nope. See, I always do that.
So yeah, blood bag token. And these go.
How many?
Let's go for 1 room and 2 specialists.
You like that combination, don't you?
A constant. Oh.
Oh man.
Loving the yellows.
Yeah, you are.
So.
What's it gonna be?
It's definitely going to be this radiologist. I'm grabbing that person straight away. Unless I needed another body in my hospital. But I am running out of rooms.
I'm going to go for orthopedics.
Easy. Okay. After you.
Thank you, Sean.
We're on round 5 now.
I'm going to send my GP to cardiology. And he is going to increase this 4 to a 5, this 6 to a discharge, and this 5 to a 6. And then he's also going to heal up this little yellow one by 2, so it goes to a 3. I'm going to send my nurse to orthopedics, and that is going to discharge this yellow dice. I am then going to have to do some things with these green dice eventually, aren't I? They're coming out of my ears here. I'm going to... Sorry, I know it's infuriating.
It's not at all.
Maybe not for you, but whatever poor soul is watching this.
Let's fast forward this.
I hope so. For their sanity. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, well that was useless, wasn't it? You saw that happening.
No,
you just did nothing.
I've not looked at your board, so no.
So it's my own fault, is it?
It's your own fault.
It is my own fault.
What did you do wrong?
Well, I can't really use her power now because it's not going to benefit me in any way.
Yes, because there's no other yellows.
Yeah. So I am going to... Well, I may as well use her in oncology to increase the 2 to the 3. And then I'm going to go to the clinic to discharge this red.
Cool, so you've got enough now that you won't lose anybody. Lose any patients.
Oh gosh, I wasn't even thinking about that. That's really bad, isn't it?
You've got one person left to place.
I know. I'm going to move my critical care nurse. Critical care?
So there's a massive thing in my hospital to try to get out as many other people as possible because they're just like, there's been this rapid problem here. So
Adam, I can see well that you're going to discharge about 6 yellows right now.
No,
so you don't need to rub it in.
So my yellow goes there. We're going to change this to a 6. This to a 6. This to a 6. And because I've used him, and it was a 5, I can change a 5 to a 6 as well. So then I'm going to send one of my GPs in there. So I get to get 3 of these out. And I also get to move one of these.
Oh, man.
So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy into the pharmacy. So he's going to add 1 here. And I can add 1 to any 4 to 6. Yahtzee.
Nice.
And then I've got 3 people I can do how I like with. So let's go for this to get that up to a 3. Thank you. I'm going to do this to get this up to a 4. And then I'm going to send this person over here somewhere. To get that 4 to a 5. Nope, because I've got that. They're not going to die.
Oh, no. Oh.
I was well aware. I can see you looking at that thinking, oh, he's neglected the patient. They're going to die. I'm well aware of my...
I would have let you die, let you kill them anyway. I would have told you before you were locked in.
I appreciate that.
But I thought, yeah.
That would have been funny, right?
That would have been hilarious.
Cool, so now we do neglect. He's not being neglected. I've got my Alexander Fleming, the administrator, is just soothing him, rubbing his hand for him. It's all right, mate. You'll get looked after. Everyone else goes down 1. He doesn't care about them.
Not that you have a lot of people to... Oh, man. I'm not looking good over here.
If only this is around, I got extra for yellows coming out. That would have been sweet. Okay, so Seos, you discharged 3 patients, so you get 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you add it on.
Oh, sorry. Why? I don't think you're going to cheat.
Well, you've been doing the score so far. I don't want to break the flow.
So, how many points do I get?
5 points.
So,
Blue.
I'm on 14 then.
Okay, and I did 6, so I got 11.
Nice. 21 you're on to. Well, I am pretty sure that this game is yours, Adam, but I will carry on doing my due diligence. Oh, I can't even say it. Never mind. They can just all die. Never mind.
Right, that goes. We got a new event coming out, and it is each player must put aside 1 department which cannot be used this round. So I'm going to get rid of. Well, actually, let's see what the dice are first. Oh, you got to do before intake. So I'm going to get rid of the renal medicine just for this round. I'm going to wait till you've done it before I can get the dice out. Okay, getting better at rolling these dice.
But look how few yellows there are. What are you going to do now? I
Well,
suppose
I've
it doesn't
got-
matter. It's too late now
Doesn't matter at this
to...
point. Oh, I've got too many dice out. Do I just need to reroll
yeah,
this
you
again?
just need to redo it. I'm sorry. How many did you leave it?
3. Was I only over by 1?
You were only over by 1. I didn't know.
Okay.
There's someone watching this. Well, probably not watching this, but someone who that would drive mad because they're like, that's not how you like randomly pick dice, right?
Sure. Well,
Not someone, it's me. Oh no.
right, so I'm going to grab this one.
Of course you are. Vanquish one.
Okay, and what are you getting? Departments or specialists? What are you going to do? Nice.
Ooh, I know what I'm going to take. I'll probably not have
Okay.
enough people to use it, but
I'm
never
grabbing the
mind.
operating theatre then. Right, begin.
Okie dokie. I don't have any extra reds. That's frustrating, I have to say. Do you know what else is frustrating?
What?
Listen to me, right?
Install.
So I'm going to go to... I'm going to send my urologist to oncology. She's going to increase both of these to 4. Oops. I am then going to send one of my nurses to immunology. I'm going to increase a 2, 3, and a 4, so that goes to a 3. That goes to a 4, or it should do, and this one will go to a 5. I need to discharge some people. I'm going to send my paramedic to the crash center, increase this 2 to a 6, and increase this 3 to a 6 as well. And I do not have enough to get everyone out.
You got blood bag tokens as well. You
I
can
do.
use, so you can
Thank
get
you.
2 of those guys out.
No, I've still got 2 nurses to use.
Yeah, I'm just saying you could.
And I'm just saying. Yeah. So I'm going to send my nurse to critical care unit. Oh, that was a 6.
It was.
Then I am going to send this other nurse here and get that one out. Then I'm going to use a blood bag to increase this 6 to a 7, and then for my final move, I'm going to use another blood bag to increase this 5 to a 6.
Okay.
Okay? Well, she knows. I'm gonna fight someone.
Okay, so forgot what I was going to do now. Right, the radiologist is going to oncology.
How long did I take?
5 is going to move to a 6, and he gets to do another one which was a 5, so that's moving up to a 6 as well. My general practitioner is going into the operating theatre, which is going to move this 2 up to a 5. And I can increase 1, 4, to 6 by 1. So we're going to increase that to a 6. This guy is going to go somewhere else.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. He's going to move into there to make that a 6, and he can increase the value of another 1, so he's going to increase that to get that discharged. We're going to get this come into here to increase this to a 2. Whoop. We're going to get this one into here to make that a 5, and this one into here to make this a 6. I'm going to use 3 bloodbath tokens to get rid of 3 of those.
Wow.
Okay, so now neglect. That's not being neglected, but this guy is.
Okay.
Cool, and then discharge. So Seos, how many have you got?
Oh, sorry, I'm already moving about 3.
So you get 5 points.
5 points. And I'm this red one, right? 14 goes to 19. How many have you got?
I got 7 points because I got 4 out.
So we're going to 28.
So shift change. You get your department back, which is no good to me anymore. Unless I get a bunch of 5s this time, all in yellow.
How many? Is this the last round?
No, we've got this round and then one more. It's the penultimate round, Seos.
This guy should have been.
He should have been shot.
Discarded.
Taken that back. Right.
Oh, I'm first player.
And we have an event.
What was the last event? I've already forgotten.
We got rid of a department.
Each player may immediately heal a patient of 1 or 2 up.
Did that not help you, Seos?
No, it didn't.
Helped me.
It's because you keep your patients sick.
Right, try to get at least 9 dice, not 10.
You can try and get them all red and green as well, so it doesn't help you out one bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly. That's how you do it, Adam.
Lots of yellows, liking the colours.
We'll see.
We will see. Right, which one would you like to take, Seos?
None of them, Adam.
So I've got this sickly patients because they transferred to my hospital because they heard how well I'm doing at getting rid of yellow patients.
Are you proud of yourself getting all the jaundiced ones in?
Clearly. Okay, cool. Could we have 2 departments and 1 specialist, please?
Well, I suppose we can.
Thanks, Carol. I hope that didn't upset you. Did that upset you?
No. I know who you are. Can I have a red week?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Your turn.
I'm always going first. Right, let's do this.
Let's do it.
My paramedic is going to go to immunology. He's going to increase this 3 to a 4, 4 to a 5, and 5 to a 6.
Nice.
Then,
You're on a roll.
Stop you. My urologist is going to go to orthopedics. Or is she? Because I have more yellows now. What's that? I don't even know. I can just tell that you're doing something. She's going to go to oncology. The 4 goes to a 5. And this 4 goes to a 5. Then one of my nurses is going to go to orthopedics. She's going to heal. Oh. No, it doesn't matter either way, does it? She's going to discharge this one.
Okay.
Then. Well, this nurse is going to go to pharmacy and she's going to discharge this guy. And then, yeah, darn it. Can't change. I don't have any blood bags, so I can't change the colour of any of my other dice. So this guy is not useless, but not as much use as I would hope it would be. So he's going to go to critical care unit and discharge this one. And then for my final move, I am going to go... How many rounds do you have left? One more after this, is it?
Yeah, one more round after this.
Then I'm going to go here and increase one of these to a 6. Shanae, that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm just going to discharge all of my dice here
No.
in one fell swoop.
I'm using my blood bag token. Deal with it. I'm using that to change that into a yellow. So I'm going to send my yellow guy into there to make these 3 yellows to 3. And I get to move another 2 of any value to a 3. I didn't want to do that though. Okay. I'm then going to send this guy in there, and I'm going to move these 3 to 4s. And he gets to move a 4 to 6 plus 1, so we're discharging that guy. No point using him just yet. You're tutting there like you knew I should do something. That's going over there to increase that to a 4. These guys are going there, so that is now a 5, a 4, and a 3. 3 there. My GP is then going to go into this place to turn this into a 6. She is going to go into... I'm just going to move that into there to discharge this guy. Cool, so now the neglect phase. I have no one to neglect. Who would you like to neglect?
These guys. So one more round after this, yeah?
Yeah, this was the penultimate round.
Okay.
Cool, so discharge. So shows you discharge 3 people. That's another 5 points for you.
5, you say?
It is. And I discharge 2, so I get 3 points. Cool, so we're on the last round now. And before intake, we have this. Each yellow patient discharged this round scores 1 additional point. Nice. Oh dear. Is your competitive side coming out, Chase?
No. It was already out.
Okay, so let's see what dice we've got.
All yellows.
Okay, so sorry. Cool. Am I the first?
Yeah. Cool. Oh, and attempting to straighten them up, but knock them over more. Yellow.
Cool. Could we have 2 rooms and 1 specialist, please?
Oh, that one's right way up, so, oh.
Have we botched the tiles?
I mean, I don't think I have. You always make the joke about how you set it up and put it away, so...
Oh, that's very true. So, which ones have you chosen? So, there's a neurologist.
A triage centre and ENT.
ENT.
What's it going to be?
It's a very good question. The urologist. I'll probably regret this.
Really?
You're going to overtake me now.
Well, I'm pretty sure I won't, Adam, but...
Yeah, blood bag as well for my pains. Okay, so each yellow patient you get is going to be 1 additional point. It is your turn, Seos. Have you got useless rooms in there at the moment? I have a useless operating theatre.
Not really, as far as I can tell. I'm going to go to immunology. 5, 6, out. ENT. What?
It's such a tricky game, isn't it?
I know, it just... So the urologist is going... I'm going to save her for a minute. So the nurse is going... What should I save her? For God's sake, that's ridiculous. Just bear with me a second. So I'm going to just try and discharge. As a surgeon, he's not doing me an awful lot of good, I have to say. So my surgeon's going to go to the critical care unit.
No, they're gone. That discharges them. You get an additional health.
I thought that was for someone else.
No, that you'd have another block. Have you been playing this whole game without realising that's what it
Yeah, I
does?
mean, I haven't had him for that long, but yeah. Okay, lovely. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I take back what I said about you, surgeon. You're all right. For now. I'm sorry, I know it's frustrating.
No, don't worry about it. We normally have videos that go over 2 hours.
You joke, and yes. No, I'm sorry, she's going to go to orthopedics. Stop. And then this guy gets discharged, because I say so.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy gets increased to a 6. And then...
Nice, you got quite a few out at the end. Okay.
But it's not going to be enough, is it?
It
Look
might be.
at this glorious row of yellow, which Adam is going to just miraculously discharge.
I don't know about that. Okay, so my urologist is going to go into renal medicine.
You've also had like half an hour to plan while I've been playing my game.
Is that why I'm going to win this though? So
Exactly.
we're going to clear that to a 5 as well. General practitioner is going to go in here. It's going to change all these to a 6.
And you also...
What was that?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, because he changed.
Yeah.
I changed one of those to a 6. My guy's going in there, so he's going to increase one of these to a 7, and he gets to do the same as well.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is going to go into the clinic. So you can discharge this guy and this guy. Now I just have my regular people who I don't care about. So we're going to send just an S onto here. 6, 5, 4. We're going to
surely go to
pharmacy to discharge that guy, and then we're going to send one of these off to imaging. Okay, so neglect. And then discharge, and there's no shift change this round because it's the final round. So you discharge how many?
6.
6, so that is 11 points, Seos.
11. So I'm up to 35.
And I discharge 5, which is 9.
So 40.
And that concludes...
Wait, did you include the yellow?
Oh no, I didn't for both of us.
Yeah.
So you get an additional 2 points. And I get an additional 4 points.
Okay.
And that's the final scores because nobody died.
Nobody died, yeah. Do you have any blood bags? You have 1 blood bag.
Oh, and a blood bag. Wow, it's a good job you're here.
Yeah. Keep your eyes.
So that is our playthrough of Dice Hospital.
I apologise.
I wasn't recording. How long? So we have just finished playing Dice Hospital. What do you think, Seos?
Well, I like the game.
Great. Well, thank you for watching. So yeah, we've played Dice Hospital before several times, and I think the only thing I kind of felt was a bit of a shame during our filming was I kind of got some of the rules wrong in the sense of when things happened in the round, which kind of might spoil this a little bit for you watching it back. But hey, it's done now, and I'm not going to go back and refilm it. So so we're aware we did get things out of order a little bit near the beginning. But overall, this is the first, this is the second time we've played this as 2-player with hospital administrators and events.
Yeah.
So, shall we just start talking about the components to begin with?
Yeah, good place to start.
Okay, so what did you think of the components?
They're alright.
Great, so thanks for watching. Yeah, so the components themselves, you get lots of little kind of meeples.
He's getting the box
I'll get the box out because then, it's better than me just like... I mean, if you have just sat through the hour worth of footage we've got there, then you would have already seen these guys.
Riveting
but
program.
There's the little kind of nurse kind of meeples you get there.
With the scariest looking syringe ever.
Yeah, you're not happy about that.
The size of their body, no.
Yep, so...
you have to move them that way as well.
Yeah, there's no other way.
The game.
Now, normally when you play, you would stand them up and move them around the board like that, but yeah, because we were playing with the camera above, we just placed them flat down so you could probably see them a bit better.
Yeah.
So you
also, if you're ever playing this on Tabletopia, is that what we were playing on?
Yes.
Yeah, ideally you'd have them on their side as well because it's really hard to see them when they're like looking face down on it. Yeah,
very true. We'll talk about Tabletopia in a minute because it's a good thing to raise up. You get a ton of dice.
Yeah, which you love.
On Die Rollin we do enjoy some dice. What we don't enjoy though, Seos has got a big problem with the dice bag that's included. She doesn't enjoy it.
It's not a problem, it's just bland.
Just every time we've got it out, it's always like, I just wish it was a better
dice
bag.
Think all the rest of the components are nice. I feel like they could have just...
What would you like a design on there or something?
A dice on its own,
just
or even like the Dice Hospital that they have.
The logo on there. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe in the deluxe edition they've got that. I don't know, but I think you're probably spoiled from all the games I've got with very nice dice bags in there.
Probably.
Yeah. So you get that. You get all the different cards with the different kind of characters on, all the specialists. What do you think to the art Seos?
Yeah. It serves the purpose. It does a good job. I did notice that your 2 GPs that you had were both the exact same character, which I don't know why. I just wasn't really expecting that. I thought they might have done a few different faces, but other than that,
saves money in the long run, right?
Well, I imagine so. I do like the sorry, let me just grab one of the boards out. Oh, Oh, dice are about. Oh, that was a close, close save there. I almost tipped a whole dice bag out. The actual artwork on the board as well, is quite good. I don't think that's in focus, but yeah. So and they all say exactly what they do on them as well, so you can see at a glance what
What they do.
Board does, yeah.
Yeah. The only like problem I have with this scoreboard for this is the fact that thematically it works fine because you're basically going from left to right because it's like a heart monitor. What do you call that?
I guess a heart monitor. I don't know.
Heart monitor. So yeah, it goes this way. But the problem is like I don't know. From me playing a board game, I'd expect the score tracker to go up like this. Would you?
I guess. Yeah, no, I suppose I would. You have to look twice at it, don't you? And you don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
The other thing is that as I've mentioned before, I don't really like, is the little token to keep track of your score, because it's a little syringe. And I don't know why, I just don't really, I don't feel like it accurately kind of, I know you
shows
are pointing,
where you are.
Yeah, but I know you are pointing with the syringe to whatever number you're on, but I just feel like it's too easy to kind of go flying the other way, or
you could easily knock the table as well and lose where you were on that, I guess. But overall components, you're a fan of them.
Yeah, I am.
And the artwork? Yes, I am. I think the components are really nice for the price you're paying for this as well. What you get in there, lovely kind of cut meeples. And yeah, the dice are fine. Well, you know, like they like cut in a specific way. They're not just like a regular meeple. But yeah, like custom cut meeples, should I say. And yeah, I think the artwork's fine. It reminds me of Theme Hospital, which, you know, as a kid of the 80s, 90s, whatever year I was in at the time, I'm still a kid, so yeah. I really enjoyed Theme Hospital, so like that kind of artwork on the front really reminds me of that game, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
What's Theme Hospital?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. What was, because this was designed off of a video game, is that right?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So there we go.
Sorry, I didn't really have much information about this anyway, but I thought never mind.
No. So gameplay wise, this is a worker placement game. How do you? Did you enjoy this worker placement game?
I did. I really like it. I like the gameplay in this game. I like the turn taking. I like that they're both happening at the same time. So although there's a competitive element to it, you're not like actively working against each other very often.
Yeah, there's not only take that kind of elements. The only area you get that in is when you want to take a particular specialist or improvement or a particular ambulance with a dice in and someone pips you to it. Yeah. Apart from that, there's no take that. However, in this.
Even that, like, I feel that's quite well balanced, because there's always, when two of us were playing, we always had 3 options. So I think you were never really stuck completely, were you? Like it was never you were going to be at a massive disadvantage from it. So yeah, I like it.
What else is there to talk about? So we've played this game a few times. We've enjoyed it, and it was the first game we played when we went to the Dice Box in Leamington, which is probably our favourite board game cafe, and they taught it to us very well. The rules in this are quite easy to pick up, although, like I say, if you watch the video all the way through, you'll know that we were playing the round phase slightly out of turn order.
But in fairness, it wouldn't be one of your videos if it was all
correct,
right?
Yeah. But yeah, so it's quite easy to learn as well, which is great. It's not quite a gateway game. By that I mean a game that you could teach to people who they haven't played any other games. But I think it's quite easy to introduce to new people in this, and I think it's quite a good theme.
When you say not a gateway game, do you mean because it's kind of too low level for it?
No, a little higher level, I'd say.
Oh,
because
I
gateway
thought
game.
You were talking about like the opposite, in that it was maybe
or too simplistic.
Yeah,
no.
Because I would actually consider this a really good game for anyone who's never played anything other than traditional board games.
Yeah,
I feel like it's very straightforward. It feels like the gameplay, it's nothing unusual. It's not especially like you need to keep track of a lot of themes or like different like components or anything. I think it's a really good gateway game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it is a gateway game.
Yeah. So there
we go. So you have officially here. I've been schooled.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it is definitely a game you could teach people fairly easily, and there's a lot going on. In our video, we did take it in turns to play our turns out, which I think worked better for me because I had time to work out what I was doing.
I know. In retrospect, we should have
taken
alternated.
turns
Yeah. Because I would like to say as well, this is the first time that we've played this together, and Adam's beaten me. So
Shows isn't competitive, but she had to state on video that this is the first time I've beaten her at Die's Hospital.
I do have to say that.
So just clarify. But yeah, when you play this normally, you wouldn't be taking it in turns. Maybe like I think the first round or two, you might take it in turns just to help people who haven't played the game before to just make sure they haven't made any mistakes.
But like I say, I don't think this game is very complicated. So I feel like even if they're quite new to the game, you pick it up very quickly, and like the board says exactly what you can do anyway.
Yeah, as do the cards.
Yeah, except I didn't realise that one of my consultants could up my score again, but never mind.
But the nice thing is the rulebook has all of that in the back as well, so you can like just have a quick reference in there. So the components that we played with tonight, we had the administrators in there, and we also had the events in there. So these are things there are optional things you can put into the game just to kind of like add to the replayability of it, because if you play the same game over and over, you can start to lose a bit of the charm, I guess. So what did you think let's talk about the administrator cards first.
Okay, the administrator cards, I felt like they were a very mixed bag. I felt like you got probably the best one of the options, that you didn't have to, so Adam didn't have to neglect one of his patients each round. So I think that added quite a lot. Whereas mine, I didn't feel like it added an awful lot for a lot of the rounds. But it was a nice extra component. It wasn't, it wasn't really a problem. What did you think? So
I quite like they have these kind of administrator cards, and they're all fairly the same thing. You will have to discharge X amount of patients of a particular colour, or one of every kind, or you don't, or you have to discharge the most amount of patients in a round, or you don't neglect patients and stuff. And I kind of feel like you could get the rough end of the stick depending on what dice come out in the game. And because when we played this previously, I had one where I was supposed to get, I think, 2 greens out every round, and I don't think I ever managed to do that. Whereas this time around, having the ability to not neglect a patient was really helpful.
I feel like that was a lot more helpful than the having extra points for discharging patients. Patients. Like, I feel like that was,
because I would have had a guy die at one point, but
exactly. On a few occasions, really.
Okay, no. So the I did pretty well. So the events as well. What did you think to the events?
If I'm being completely honest,
completely honest.
I didn't feel like they added an awful lot to the game. I think the core game is brilliant on its own. Like, I don't really think it needed the events, and don't feel like it made much of a difference, except when like there was you had to take a specific wing out of action for a round, but other than that, it was fine.
I think it's just trying to add a bit of challenge in there, though, right? Yeah. Because, like, as soon as if you can't use the ward that you wanted to use, that could really like scupper your turn.
But then you choose which one you want to take out of action, so you kind of have an idea already what you want to. Yeah, I don't know. They were fine. It was a nice little addition, but I don't think it massively impacted. Yeah,
I like the fact that it's not something that's essential to the game. Yeah. It is definitely like, this is something you can add, because it doesn't really, I'd agree that it doesn't really add a ton to the game. But I could see that if you were playing this with people who wanted a bit of randomness in there, then it would definitely be that, right? Because if you don't have that, your turns are pretty much standard every time. You don't have to worry about, extra points for this particular colour, or you can't use these people or wings or whatever. So, so overall, I enjoyed the fact they have them in there, but like you say, I don't feel it's like it adds a ton to the base game. So Die's Hospital shows. Would you recommend this to someone to play, buy, or pass?
Well, I think I've already said this, but I would recommend it to buy. I think it's I just really like it as a game.
You heard it here first, guys. This is the first buy that you
Yeah.
without a caveat that you
No,
said on
yeah.
here, because like I think for Dig Your Way Out, maybe you said it was a buy depending on who you're buying it for.
Yeah.
But yes, this is a buy for anybody.
Yeah, I would say so. Like I said, I think it's even from like an aesthetics point of view, I think it looks very traditional board gamey. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but
Yeah, I'd say so.
so I think people who might be put off by this kind of style box wouldn't be put off by it. And you know, like I say, it's a really easy game to pick up. I think it doesn't take ages. You don't tend to fall out with anyone. It's so better than most traditional board games, I would say. And yeah, what about you? Would you?
This for me is definitely a buy. Like we played this at the Dice Box a while ago, and yeah, I picked this up as a gift to yourself.
Yes.
Because yeah, it's just a fun game to play. And yeah, there's expansions as well to it, which I've not played. I know we've unboxed some on our channel, and I know we have some friends who have them. Worth noting, you can play this game online on Tabletopia. Now, we played this with a couple of friends, and Tabletopia was a little glitchy when we tried to use it.
I also think my computer was quite glitchy, but it made the whole thing a little bit infuriating at points.
It was frustrating because when you're using something where you've got like dice, you need to make
dice.
a lot of like. There's a lot of dice in this game. It's called Dice Hospital. It's really tricky when you're using a program that has like physics-based stuff, because you can easily knock dice. And also for anyone who has kind of like OCDs about dice lining up very specifically on squares, you will go crazy like trying to line some of those dice up. It's not the most user-friendly interface, I think, and it makes a game that you can play in 40 minutes go for about 2 hours potentially. We had a 4-player game. I think it was a couple of hours we were playing it.
It was.
Which was it was still a fun game, but
half
it was
of that was just me trying to get my dice land the right way up, like, and I couldn't click on the right number for it. So I think depending on the interface and the like technology used, that may have a change.
But the stuff I played in Tabletopia previously, I've had the same kind of issue with some of them. Maximum Apocalypse, we played that, and that was tough. But yeah, if you do want to try this out, you can play this on Tabletopia with I believe with a free subscription, so you don't have to pay anything for it. So if you do like the looks of this, then you can check it out on there.
I would say as well, like, despite how long it took and the like frustrations with my technology, I would probably play that again on Tabletopia with friends, like especially when you can't see anyone at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is all we can see. It's ridiculous.
I know. So yeah, I would. It hasn't put me off to the point where I wouldn't play that again on Tabletopia.
Great. So
that's our weekend plan.
There we go. So if you want to have a look at this before going out and buying it, then like we say, check out Tabletopia. Just remember, it might be a bit frustrating because of the physics on the dice and stuff. But yeah, it's all the rules and everything are there, so you'll know much better than we will how to play this game. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. It's a buy from both of us. We've really enjoyed this game. And if you've enjoyed this content, then please like and subscribe to our various social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. We do realise we did make some mistakes, but if you spotted any massive ones, then please leave some comments below. Let us know, and we'll add that to the mistakes were made section that I put on every single video because of all the mistakes I make. Main thing is we enjoy ourselves when we play these games.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, thanks. Is there anything you want to say?
No.
So until next time, guys, please stay safe and keep rolling.